Speaking of video game, my inventory is still full from all of this crap. No, my items expired and no one's buying them. Ew. No one's gonna buy that for that. You know what? I'll just undercut. Hello? Yeah. Screw it. Hey, Water. Hey, Self. Hey, Gamble. What up, gamers?
Vote in the uplands. Ugh.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I kind of want to just go to the end game area, you know what I mean? And just start working on those quests. Screw it. Gotta get back into the groove of things here. Probably gonna do a bunch of streams first before I start recording stuff. I do still have a bunch of videos already scheduled for you guys anyways, but I mean, you know me, Mr. Workaholic. Do I want to do the whole stupid quest? No, I don't. It's like really dumb. Let's see.
Complete a challenge.
No.
Find saltwater sand.
Okay. I can do that. Yeah, the vacation was great. The week was like kind of perfect timing because it was just before it started getting like, well, I don't want to say it started getting annoying, but like we kind of already did everything we could do. But yeah, I have like tons of clips to go through for the vlog. I'll get around to it. Today, I just want to kind of chill and ease back into it before I get into the hardcore editing. Defeat denizens. Uh-huh. All right. I can do that. Oh no, it's that new dungeon. Oh no, it's not. I'm just out of touch. How much PR do you need to get C5 out of gear crafting vaults? C5 is 55 or 45k minimum. C4, I've heard people get as low as 20k PR. Good God, I did not miss this. What happened while I was away? Why is the knockback so much worse? Like, oh my God. Just kidding, it hasn't changed at all. It's just as terrible as it's always been. Good Lord. Hey, MVD. Opinion on Bomber Royale. Bomber's pretty fun. I've played it to death, so I don't have any desire to like ever play it again. In my opinion, Bomber Royale used to be a lot better, or should I say the maps were a lot better, but as they've slowly cycled them out for new maps every season, the maps just got worse and worse and worse. Like, it's really annoying. I wish that they would actually let you do, like, we need to be able to do custom maps. I only played Bomber for the Twin Dragon. Yeah, that's the problem with Bomber is it's, I mean, you could say that about pretty much everything with Trove, right? Is so much of the content is just like for the sake of getting new items and then you just move on. I wish I could say it was different. Hey, Frog. But yeah, I'm probably going to do probably a good hour of Trove here and then some more Space Marine. I got back home yesterday and I was kind of, I was originally going to end up streaming, but then I just decided, nah, I just want to play and chill. In which case I started playing Space Marine for many hours. I still love that game, man. I got my sniper maxed out the other day. Custom maps. Yeah, like the old PvP. I know, exactly. I think custom maps in Bomber would go a long way, just because like, not only can custom maps be better because they're not designed by the developers, they're designed by, you know, people that actually play this game. But on top of that, a lot of maps would convert really well from the PvP into Bomber, I think. Like a lot of the maps that we've got in our club, all I would have to do is start designing interiors, and then those maps would work. And I think that's something that the devs don't really take advantage of. Like, no offense to whoever they've got making the Bomber Royale maps on the dev team, but they clearly don't seem to like actually understand map design. Not that I'm like some pro or anything, but my point being is, you know, they don't take advantage of verticality. They kind of do, but in a really bad way. And they don't take advantage of the fact that you can blast everything. So there should be like secret tunnels and choke points and stuff. Because I love the idea that the map is fully destructible. I really do. Do I need keys? Yeah, well, I'll grab these garbage ones first. Hey, Mimo. Oh my god, you guys. I got nothing. I like how I'm not even close to the quest. Nice. Where is the stupid crafting table? Hey, Multi. I was really surprised, by the way, that we didn't have a Nintendo Direct or something while I was away. We should still get one. They always have one in September, and I'm suspect that it's gonna finally be the one that's gonna show off the new Switch. Heard they changed the amount of resources you need for the event 1 week after everyone finished it, except for this guy. Let me take a peek, MVD, because yeah. That was like so stupid, this event. What part? No, it still requires a crap ton of Ashen Souls. Unless you mean the other crafted items, but I don't think I can see them because I'm not friends with any of these idiots at the moment. Let me give him a burger. I mean, I got 40 of those, just conveniently, so I guess I could just do this. I don't know, man. I mean, how do you get these again? You get them just off of Sundered Uplands enemies, right? I think. But I want to do this other quest. I guess I can finish this stupid event though, because I do have enough. I just gotta get the dumb ballots. Apparently they nerfed the mushroom amount. Oh, the mushroom amount wasn't that bad though. Well, I mean, it was bad. Oh, buy food, give it to the idiots in the desert. Yeah. Am I using the right banner? No, I'm not. Is it on this guy? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That's an Ashen Waste one. Oh no, that's just for the souls. I don't need to use that banner then. Okay, where's this stupid NPC? Let's get this dumb event over with. Fully destructible as map is best. I literally fall in love just with destroying the map itself than the game. I know, right? I don't know if you ever played it, but Red Faction, those were some of my favorite games. And all they had was destruction. I didn't even know, like, oh man, I got some big plans for like the channel that I was thinking about, like, as I, you know, finally had my trip. It meant, like, the big reason why a vacation is so good for me is because it gives me the opportunity to take a step back from the channel, because otherwise, you know, I'm kind of just constantly grinding out videos. And so I don't really get a chance to like stop and think. And the main thing that I came to was, I did a little experiment just before I took off with Atlas. Is that what that game's called? It's such a forgettable title. But you guys know how I've been doing the whole games you've never heard of? Well, I realized Why the hell am I putting so much effort into making these one-off videos that feature like 5 different games and then nobody watches them versus just upload each individual game, but as like a short video that's like 3 or 4 minutes. Basically like just taking the content that I would otherwise combine into one video and just splitting it across multiple videos. It makes my workflow a lot easier. And then it means that I can just pump those videos out a lot quicker. Like for example, the Plucky Squire came out and I was kind of planning to put that into one of those series. And then I was like, why? Just do a one-off video for it. Anyway, let's see. Okay, how do I do this again? Ooh, still need, ooh. All right, well, I got the stupid burgies. Yep, exactly, multi. And when baby comes around, it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be quite the challenge to balance everything. But I'm excited for it. What's the main thing you would change if you were in charge of Trove? I'm not a game dev, dude. I just play this game. Most of all, I think I would personally take a step back to start focusing on the content that would matter to me, like loot and gear and stuff. I think is something that needs an overhaul. How? Okay, so it's not the whole feeding them thing. How do I do this again? Like the event's not telling me where to actually get the upvotes. Someone remind me. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. It's such a forgettable event. I think it's just killing these guys, isn't it? But I need like do I need the banner in order to do that? Just says about Ashen Souls when defeating world dungeons. I really don't remember how to get the stupid like voting currency. No, that's not giving it to me. All right, you know what? I'll wait until somebody like tells me what I'm supposed to do because I don't want to watch my event video. And instead we'll just go grind like the main area. Oh man. Yeah, speaking of random little games to play, I keep seeing that Astrobot game. It looks pretty dope. But I couldn't justify like spending $100 on it. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm being a dummy. I can buy it locally, play through it, and then just sell it to somebody. I don't know if I'll get around to doing that because let's not forget, guys, that new Zelda game comes out next week. Honestly, I'd make the game way more time consuming and less pay to win. So at least the grind has purpose. Well, technically the game already has that. Like, I think Trove has a really nice balance between the pay to win stuff. My issue is that there's not a lot of things worth buying that you can't otherwise just grind anyways, or it's just so astronomically impossible to get X item that you just don't bother grinding it. Mystic Gear. And so for me, like, I think they would need to seriously overhaul a lot of core gameplay mechanics, but more importantly, they would need to overhaul like their payment system. Like the stuff in the shop needs to be like more valuable. I would move it towards like skins and stuff, and I don't know, make mastery less important for your overall power and junk, and instead just make it something that players can chase if they want to, but it's not like required. I don't know, that's just off the top of my head. Otherwise, for me personally, like, I still love Trove's gameplay. I just want, I want a Diablo loot system with like rare drops and set gears and stuff like that. Also, hi Spooky, if I didn't say hello. Oh yeah, what was that guy saying, Spooky? Let me see. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can just delete that fool. You already did. Good. You have to make food from the outposts and give them to the NPCs around Prime World. I was trying to give the food to the NPC, though. It didn't let me interact with them. Are you sure? Oh, come on. Oh, I see. I'm already at the end of the dungeon. Full circles. Because, yeah, otherwise, like, here's an NPC right here, and I can't interact with him. And I have the burger. Like, that, I thought that's what it was, too. I had to feed them. But apparently not. Is it, wait a minute, is it in the hub area where I just feed that idiot over and over again? I honestly don't remember at all. Not sure what games you like, but if you like dungeon crawler type games, Tarkov, Rust, Dark and Darker. No. I'm not into PvP. I know about those games. Also, your comment earlier about TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I'm too boomer. I manage so much on like just the YouTube channel. I don't have time for all that other crap. That's the main issue. Yeah, like, see, it doesn't even tell you how you get them. I think you have to join their clan thing to feed them. Oh, I'm already in this clan. That's the problem. And it's not tied to this. Oh, you know what? I bet you... It says up versus down. Signal your loyalty. I bet you this shows my loyalty to the stupid NPCs so they can trust me and take a burger out of my hand. That would be so stupid, because that means the description is like in roleplay. Yep, wow, okay, stupid video game. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Oh, and then I gave him food, and guess what? He gave me 1 ballot. I need so many. I still hate this event. But I have enough souls, so I may as well go for it. Hey, stupid. Do you only get to donate 1? Yeah, I guess you do. Okay, weird. Oh yeah, and then the daily quest in the hub. Yeah, you're right. You have to be 45 PR to get the new gear, right? Yeah, only level, only PR 45. Yep. 45k, yeah, in order to get C5. Defeat denizens of the... No. Deliver food to the cloud layer. Yeah, okay. This event still sucks. Yeah, no, I know about Dark and Darker and stuff, but I'm not really interested in those games. From what I saw as well, they seem to be pretty, I'm not going to say unbalanced, but I understand they're good games. That's just not my thing. I'm already pretty content with just Trove and Space Marine at the moment, if I'm being perfectly honest. When did I get ice cream and waffles? Get out of here. Oh. And then again, yeah, next week we're going to have Zelda already. So, yeah, that's going to keep me busy. I don't know what I'm going to do with that game. I guess I'll do it as a stream series again, but it's going to be a little weird. I can finally start doing some more in-depth class guides on Space Marine, though, I think. Well, I say that. Sniper's the only class I have maxed out. But I definitely want to play that more today as well. This stream should just be called Finishing Up. Because that's what we're doing. I should have checked and saw how much food I needed. But will you do any more gym fitness videos down the line? Hopefully. See, the thing is, like, I'm not really a fitness channel, and I'm also kind of like really, really picky when it comes to my content, as you may be able to tell, or maybe not. Wherein with gym stuff, like, I guess I could do like individual videos on each specific workout. But for me, it's like, oh, I already did a video telling everybody, here's my entire workout. Now there's like, what would I do next? Hey guys, I'm still at it. You know, like that's kind of the thing is for me, it's like, I don't really feel the desire to make another gym video unless I have some results, in which case exercising and growing muscle at this point is very slow. So, but enough people keep requesting them, so I don't know. Okay, I think we're just about to do it, right? And then for some reason I need a bazillion more ballots. But yeah, long story short, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying no to doing more gym stuff. It's just, oh. Donate Ash. No, why would I do that? Well, at least I can get this stupid thing. I mean, it's kind of expensive, but it's not that expensive. What do you even get for completing this event? Well, apparently that, I guess. Oh, and the stupid helmet, right. I guess I have to loot collect it. Okay, well, let's see. I mean, it does that whole weird thing where it's two different things molded together, but I mean, free airplane. You have to craft it, so it's not really free, but... And then the hat style, which... Who cares? Let's see. Oh my god. It's so epic. Right, I won't be able to craft his stuff until the next day. So let's see, how many of this do I need? 50 votes. 200, yikes. So So 500 total of both up and down votes. Which, let's see how much food items we need to craft for that. Because I think they're a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So yeah, that's still pretty damn expensive. If it's just a vote and no proof, it wouldn't be that bad. I know. It's a pretty bad event just because of the, like, it's very badly balanced. It's extremely expensive for like barely any reward. That's the problem. Okay, so it's 75 per 5. So that would be what? 500 divided by 5, I guess. So I'd have to buy that 100 times. I might be doing this completely wrong. So, ooh, yeah, 7,500 Ashen, which I don't even have that much. Oh no, no. I would need less because I calculated it all together, but the positive is the other resource. So that would actually be 250. So 3,750. I mean, I can do it, but do I want to? I mean, I guess I'm not really using these resources on anything else, right? Ugh. That's so disgusting. I'll just buy a bunch of these and then we'll just see where we get. That should be plenty. Okay, let's find these stupid NPCs. Hey, Magic. Yep, trip was great, man. Start working on the vlog soon. Why don't you ever change your FOV? I don't know. Anything higher than the FOV I have and it starts making it look like a fishbowl. I mean, the other thing too is I don't know what resources required for the other team, because it's not the ashen mushrooms or whatever. So hopefully I have enough of those resources. I think my FOV is 90. But don't mistake, there's the FOV slider, but then there's also just the camera zoomed in and out. So this is it maximum. I just usually like actually seeing my character, so I zoom it in a little bit. It's weird because when I'm playing Minecraft, I notice in my videos, it's like, oh, I'm basically playing with Quake vision. Like, is there a mod that marks all these idiots? Like, if I could just craft this all at one dude, but oof. I'm just realizing how long this is gonna take. Ugh. Yeah, maybe I won't bother with the other the other items. I'll just get the stuff from these dudes and then call it, because I'm gonna have to interact with 200 of these guys. More. Oh right, I love how that one like breaks it. I'm not trying to loot anything. I'm trying to talk to this idiot. God. Stupid video game, man. Hello. Get out of my cornerstone, bro. There, he's got a new home. They should really make like some better shortcut keys. Like I should be able to just open this and press space and it would just craft it. Like Minecraft. $120 for your FOV? No thanks. I will say the depth of field is, or not depth of field. Oh my god. The fishbowl effect is a lot better because of the oh god, what's the option called? The lens distortion, that's it. I don't even know why Trove has depth of field. May as well just have motion blur, right? Everyone's favorite. Buy a PS5 Pro to experience motion blur. I think a lot of my FOV sliders also has to do with the fact that I'm creating videos on it, and having the FOV cranked too much is, I don't know, it looks pretty gross for a video. I'm just saying, like, maybe that's why, because out of years of, you know, just being used to doing things a certain way. Maybe I'm just stubborn. But especially in a game like Trove, I don't need my Quake FOV. That's one problem that I think I always make whenever I'm doing Minecraft stuff, is I have my FOV too high for like the YouTube videos. I mean, I already said that, but you know what I mean. Anyway, motion blur is my favorite. Yeah, me too. I love how it's on by default for like every game. It's such a cool feature. The funny thing is, I forget which game engine actually has like good motion blur, because it sure as heck ain't Unreal Engine. Because motion blur in games is, you know, it's gross because it just kind of glosses over. It's not like realistic motion blur. because real motion blur effects require a lot more manual effort instead of just cranking up a slider. I don't know. The game that I'm thinking about escapes me, but I just remember there was a game that I was playing. I was like, oh, proper motion blur. This is actually pretty cool. Maybe it was like one of the Uncharted games or something. I'm talking like motion blur with the characters like animations or something, not necessarily looking around and then seeing everything all blurry. Because that's just hiding graphics. Is there a way to get both up and down sundered allies and mounts? Yes. Basically, each day, the event NPCs reset, and then you just gotta give food to whichever one you want to side with. So, for example, before I went on my trip, I sided with the Ash team, and you know, that's what I made my video on. But then today, I sided with the Gold Boys. And so now I'm actually doing that part, and I can craft the gold ally and the gold mount after I'm done with all this crap. And then tomorrow I would just side with the Ash team and then gather those respective resources. It is expensive and not really worth it, but what else we got to do? Figure I may as well do it just because the event is almost done anyway. But I don't know if I'll do the Ashen side tomorrow, just because like this is one of my least favorite things in Trove. I'm fine with fighting things, but walking up to things and pressing E and crafting an item and interacting with it, like this is just not fun. You know, I'm having a good enough time just because I'm chilling with you guys, but this is like, oh, this isn't gameplay. I refuse to believe that the developers put any thought or effort into this event, because if they did, they would have made it cost a lot less, because this is just a waste of my time, and it's also giving me carpal tunnel. I think that the developers should be forced to grind out the event themselves, just so that they can see how long it takes and how bad it is. Because I would much rather have the resources just cost a lot more and it takes a lot less time to complete. I mean, generally speaking, the events are pretty good in Trove. Let's be real, where you can complete them like super duper quick. This one's just atrociously long for no reason. Why do you think devs aren't giving us the new PC packs? What new PC packs? Is there supposed to be new packs coming? I didn't see anything. My guess is they want to shut console down. Okay. Yeah, keep thinking that, pal. Yeah, that's why. That's why they won't give you some PC exclusive packs. Because they're going to shut down the console version. It's not because it's literally a Steam pack. No, I'm assuming you're talking about the more recent ones, in which case they're just behind. You know how it is. You guys just get updates like very, very late. And I think for console, they're probably like, I don't know if it's still the main issue that they're dealing with, but they're probably still dealing with like the duping issues. I know that that takes precedence. Like that's kind of the main thing that they've been really focusing on. Versus like, you know, adding in the newer content and the newer packs and stuff like that. But you guys will get it eventually. Failed to loot item. I'm not trying to loot an item. I'm trying to talk to this guy. I don't need the mana. Mana is worthless. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to like attack you for the comment or anything. It's just, I don't know. When I see people like spouting such huge negative claims, it's just like, what is this grounded in? Hey, Voodoo. How was the trip? Yeah, it was good. That's all I really have to say about it, just because, frankly speaking, there's not really much to talk about in terms of the trip. Like, I'll work on it with the vlog. I mean, I can say the food was stupendous, but I don't know. It's like, how would I put it? So for those of you that don't know, I went on a trip to Mexico with the wife. We basically stayed there for 5 days, but it was a week-long trip because we had to stay in other places in Canada before we caught our flight and stuff. So day one was atrocious because I actually stayed up for 46 hours, and I did not like it because I basically woke up at like 4 a.m. the day before the trip started, and then we went across, stayed at a hotel because we had to catch our flight the next day, and we got to the hotel at like 12, and then we had to wake up at 3 because our flight was at like 5 or something in the morning. So I didn't sleep. And then when we got on the airplane, it's a 5-hour flight, and I hate airplanes. I can't sleep on them at all. And then when we ended up landing in Mexico, it was like 2 p.m. So it was like, all right, screw it. I'll just stay up. We're here now. And I was just chock full of adrenaline anyway, so. But yeah, first place we ended up going, like most of all the trip was just walking, because unlike our Cuba trip, like when we went to Cuba, we stayed at a resort, and we kind of learned the hard way. Like that was the first time we did something like that, and we're like, oh, staying at a resort sucks, because then you just have like everybody's just staying indoors, and it's like, why? We want to explore and experience the culture. So this time we made sure that we had an Airbnb that was like right downtown in the thick of it. And, you know, like some people would be like, oh, well, why didn't you stay at a resort or somewhere fancier? And it's like, because we're out all the time. Why would we need a fancy place? We have a home for that, you know? So anyways, just lots of walking around. The first night we had, I think it was the most expensive meal we had out there. You know, it was the equivalent of like $70. So same as going out anywhere here in Canada. But the one thing that was cool was every time you would go somewhere, they would bring out like a big plate full of spices. And you would use those like with whatever your meal was, regardless. The quesadillas at that joint were insanely good. Tacos, I love tacos. So I was really hoping that we would be able to find like a super good spot. But that place was more expensive because it was a touristy spot. So then the next day we walked around, I think like 8 hours or something. And that was kind of the more eventful day, where we found a bunch of local shops where nobody spoke English at all. Just used Google Translate and just pointed at like the things that we wanted to order and stuff. And that place, oh man, those tacos were out of this world. They were so good. But yeah, then there was we happened to go there while they had their like Mexican Independence Day or whatever, so it was pretty packed. Lots of other tourists there. Like often we would be walking and hear other people speaking English and stuff. And then we ended up going to like this big, huge street with a bunch of shops. Not really anything super crazy that stood out. There was one clothing shop where I found like a pretty dope shirt, which it'll be in the vlog. Oh my god. Stupid mana. Just remove mana from the game, please. But the big bad thing that happened was I got super sunburned. I don't know if the camera will capture it, but like you can see like just this is me normal. And so that first day was pretty crazy. I got like super sunburned on that, the long 8-hour walk day. And then thankfully it didn't turn into like super painful sunburn or anything like that. It's really itchy right now, especially on the back of my neck. But then we eventually found a Walmart like a couple days later, and then it was like, oh, okay, sunscreen. There we go. So then I was fine. But that's the problem with me is, my my Irish genetics I don't get suntan. I burn. If I go out into the moonlight, I'll turn bright red. But yeah, the shops and stuff were cool. There was like maybe 2 places we found nachos. Nachos were surprisingly uncommon. Same with burritos. And even though the tacos were really, really good, they weren't really like the same as the tacos that I know and love here in Canada. Because, you know, I just like generic, like Taco Bell, where it's just got like ground beef and stuff. They didn't really have that. This was kind of like, you know, when you go to a restaurant, you order tacos and instead it's got like pieces of meat and stuff like that. It was still really, really good. The main thing that stuck out to me in terms of flavor, though, was the avocados and thus the guacamole. It was insanely fresh. I've never had an avocado that tasted that good. And then my schizo mind is jumping. But while we were at Walmart, we bought like a whole bunch of different spices and stuff that we took back. And then we did like a couple touristy things, but have you been to Australia for a vacation? No, not yet. I don't know if, I mean, probably eventually, we'll see. I think our next trip's gonna be Japan again. But we'll see. What do you order at Subway? I'm looking for a new one. Oh, I don't know. I get a cold cut when I don't want to spend a bunch of money. And then otherwise, I just get the steak and cheese or whatever. Did you take any pictures? Yeah, that'll all be in the vlog. I didn't take many pictures. This time I was just focused on getting video clips. That's why like I posted a couple pictures on my Insta, but not really that much. The touristy things that we did was there was one place we had to go that was like an hour out of town. We just used Uber anytime we were driving around or whatever. But it took us an hour out of town and we had to be there at like 4 a.m. and it was hot air balloon. Never did that before. It was okay. Beautiful view. But I don't know. The funnest part of that was how long it took to land. Because, you know, it's a hot air balloon. So anytime we would get close to landing, the wind would pick up and then it's like, uh-oh, there's a bunch of houses right there. So he would start like having to go back up and it took a really long time. But then after that, there was a bunch of pyramids that apparently you used to be able to climb up, but they stopped doing that around, you know, virus time and then never got back to it. I assume because they realized they could make just as much money without working as with most companies. Lazy ass. So I don't know. That was okay. It was just a bunch of, you know, rocks, whatever. Cool build, but the fact that we couldn't climb it meant it just, I don't know. And then the other time that we ended up going out of town was Cahedero or something. I forget how to pronounce it, but we it was an hour long drive out, and oh man, I hated this place. It was an hour long drive out, and then as we get into this town, a guy on a scooter comes up beside us and starts talking to our cab driver, and of course, you know, none of them speak English, so I'm trying to use Google Translate to, you know, communicate, but it takes things very literal, so obviously it can be difficult for the nuance of a conversation, you know? And basically he's saying like, okay, so this guy on the scooter is gonna bring you guys, bring us to the boats, because we were gonna do like it's kind of like a canal that goes through the town, right? And we notice, oh, he didn't drop us off at the boats that we wanted to go to. Instead, he brought us over to a different area, and I'm assuming he probably gave the Uber driver a kickback because they brought us over to this place and then they kind of almost try to social pressure you into, you know, they walk you onto the boat. The guy starts discussing prices with us. And I'm assuming they're trying to take advantage of like gullible tourists because they're like, oh yeah, 3,000 pesos. And we're just like, no, no, we can, the one that we looked up is 500 pesos. So no, we're out. And as we're walking away, you know, he's like 2,000, 1,000 lowest offer, you know, and it's like, dude, get lost. Okay. Like, so that was just really an annoying situation. I already had like a very negative vibe because, you know, the Uber driver in general didn't drop us off where we freaking wanted to. So now we had a 20-minute walk to the location that we wanted. And the worst part was this town, like, while we were in the heart of Mexico, everyone was super nice. You know, no one, it doesn't really feel like people are trying to take advantage of you or anything like that. But this little town that we went to, it felt like Cuba again, where everyone wants your money. And so it was just really annoying because everyone was like really intrusive. And, you know, as we're walking, they're like, hey, look, you know, come over to these boats or do this, do that. You know, and it's like, no, we know what we want. And that's not it. Like there was even this one guy that's like trying to show us, I don't know, he's trying to talk to me. And I'm like, no Espanol. And then we just keep walking. And then we get a couple blocks up ahead. And then I notice he pulls up in front of us on his bicycle and he's like pulling out like a paper, like he's trying to sell us to the damn boats again. And it's like, no, your boats are overpriced. So anyways, we get to the main boat place that we wanted to go to in the first place. And the reason why it's so cheap is it's government run rather than independent. So it wasn't 500 pesos, it was 750, but it was 750 for both of us, which is the equivalent of like maybe $10, something like that. And the main reason Marika wanted to go on the boat thing was because she saw like some blogger or something. I don't know. Someone made like a video showing like how packed and busy and beautiful it was. And yeah, it wasn't that. It was very beautiful, but it was basically us just going up the stream. And then even then, you know, a boat pulled beside us and starts trying to sell us food and stuff. We bought water. It was overpriced. And then as we're on the boat, you know, it eventually gets to this big, beautiful opening. And then he's like, all right, if you guys are paying for the 1 hour, we're going to turn around. But otherwise, if you want to keep going, we're going to have to pay for the 2 hour. You guys want the 2 hour, right? And we're like, no, it's 1 hour. We're not paying extra for that crap. So then it just goes back, and it was just like, I don't know. It was also extremely hot in that area that day. The more memorable part for me in that town was when we ended up going into the big market, which it was a local market. So it was just packed with people. And it was like 2 Costco buildings worth of like just local shops. It was insane. We didn't buy anything because we didn't need anything, but it was just a really crazy experience. Like, wow, this is overwhelming. Kind of reminded me of when we go to the shops in Japan. But in Japan, it's a lot better because people are a lot more respectable. And then on top of that, you know, my wife speaks Japanese, so it's a lot more manageable. And I just generally really like those places because people are more respectful. But it's not that it was like a bad place or anything like that. It's just I get really annoyed with that whole touristy thing, you know, where people are just trying to get your money and try to social pressure you. I'll say it's exhausting, you know, like because you gotta kind of be on guard the whole time and telling people no all the time. And it's like, bro, we're just trying to chill here. But anyways, then we ended up going back into Mexico City, and I don't know. I think the experience was cool of that little town, but nah, it wasn't that great. Happens in Egypt too. They give you free stuff and make you get charged for it after. While it's a gift, it's a common scam from what I've heard. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, and then they'll gift you something and then they try to charge you on your way out, expecting you to like hold on to it, and it's like I would just give it back to them. Oh man, there was the one shop in Mexico City that was really cool. It was also like really huge and expansive, and they had a lot of like really dope clothes, dude. A lot of the Day of the Dead stuff was just freaking cool. There was one shirt I really, really wanted where it was like this skeleton dude, and he's like, shh, while his other hand is holding a gun. And I don't know, I just thought it was really funny. But they didn't have it in my size. Most shirts they barely had outside of like small or large. But I did end up getting one shirt. And then otherwise there was a lot of other shirts that I would have loved, but they were way too overpriced. But I really liked that shirt. I really wanted that one. But they didn't have it in my size, so it was like, oh, okay. And then there was another shirt that we found in another shop. And I was like, yeah, I could get that. And then, of course, they didn't have it in a medium. And they were all like, well, how long are you in Mexico? And I just lied and told them, oh, we leave tomorrow, because I knew where they were going with it. And they're like, well, we could get a medium-sized shirt tomorrow. And it's like, bro, I'm not coming back to this specific shop tomorrow just for this shirt. Like I want it, but I don't want it that bad. I'm satisfied with the other shirt that I got already. It's pretty dope. Generally speaking, I'm very, very picky when it comes to my clothing options right now, because it's like, bro, I already have enough clothes. Also, hey, Mystery. Hey, Random. Also, yeah, Multi, sorry, you mentioned earlier, how do you like spicy food? Yes. That was the thing, like, so much of the food was really spicy in Mexico. It was wonderful. There was, oh God, I forget what it was called. But there was this one thing that I ended up having for breakfast that was like basically nacho chips, guacamole, and cheese or something. It was really good. Again, just because the avocados are so freaking fresh there. Also, yeah, someone asked again about Warframe. Check the channel. I got hundreds of Warframe videos. I'm not going back to Warframe though. I've kind of finished everything I wanted to do in that game. No, not enchiladas. Wait a minute. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. We did have enchiladas. Yes. Wait. It's not a guarantee to get the upvote? What? I'm not doing this event. That's so stupid. What a waste of resources. That's so okay. All right. I mean, I'm at 23, not even at 50, and I used 200 burgers, which was thousands of ashen. Like, okay, you know what? Whatever dev made this event, screw you. You're an idiot. Okay. Freaking moron. All right, let's go back to the main quest here. Jesus. Hey, Miss Rhett. Hey, Val. You just need to craft it. No, those 50. No, the upvote thing is what I need, which, you gotta get off of those NPCs by crafting the burger food and then giving it to those NPCs, but I thought that it was gonna guaranteed give me those instead of just being chance. Because otherwise this spends the... Wait. No, I do have 200 ballot upvotes. Wait, so what the hell are these then? Oh, proof of vote. Wait, what's a proof of vote? Do I spend it here then? Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Sorry, this event's like... Oh, that means I need the Radiant Souls. Okay, never mind then. That's even worse. Oh, I gotta go throw up. That's way worse, dude. Shut up, Windows. That's so bad. I thought this event sucks. That's even worse than what I like thought 2 seconds ago. That's so bad, dude. Oh my god. Like, who designed this event? What idiot made this freaking event? God. That's so... All right, so they want you to waste a crap ton of your ashen resources, a crap ton of your sundered resources, on top of getting these souls that are like ridiculously uncommon. And is it a 1-to-1 ratio? I crafted one of these. I should be at 24. Yep. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Jesus Christ. That means you don't need a single irradiant soul. You need 250 irradiant souls. What? God. All right. Let's just pretend that, you know, let's just not talk anymore and just pretend that that event doesn't exist. Oh, that's the worst event in the entire game. It really is. Like, I'm pretty sure I came to all those conclusions before I left, but honestly, I forgot. Jesus. Has anyone reached 50 KPR? No, it's, I think 49.2 is the highest PR, if I recall. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. Well, we'll work on this part of the other main quest here. Damn, I wasted so much time and resources on that just to be gaslit by the fact that I wasn't even close. Like the whole time. Stuck on the event trying to get the whole 200. Yeah, and then that's the thing. That's 250 Irradiant Souls and Ashen Souls. Like, bro, no. We'll get up to maybe like 100 enemies here. Because I don't know if I want to do the whole 200 right now, because I just feeling burnt out after that waste of time. But I'll probably set up pretty soon, like, and play Space Marine or something, stream something else, because I need a break after that. Oh Lord. I'll straight up update Trove to give you my Irradiant trophies. No, you won't have enough. It won't matter. It's too many, man. Like, the main thing is, like, it's not even about the time sink. It's that it's RNG whether you get the souls in the first place, and they are not common. Like, take it from me. And it's just for like a mountain and ally, bro. Like, who cares, you know? It's not like they're super good or really cool or anything. It's the same as any other event. Just, yikes. I'm flabbergasted. Like, I can't believe how miscalculated that whole thing is. Like, you expect the devs to, you know, do things wrong because they barely play this game, but that's on a whole other level. I don't think I've ever, like, this, like I said in the video before I left for my trip, man, like, this is the only event in my entire history of playing Trove that I'm not going to complete the event. Or at least not get all the items out of it. I guess I did complete the event itself, which, okay, whatever, who cares? Still, that's just, it's just such a bad event. Like I can't believe it. Yikes. Oh yeah, Miss Rhett. What was that puzzle game you were talking about before? I don't think I wrote the name down before I left. Like they actually played the game for once, but then decided to add worst event possible. Well, yeah, you know what? It might even be that they tested the event, made sure it all worked, and then added a couple extra zeros. That's what they usually do. But they didn't realize just how ridiculously hard it is to get the resources that they're requesting. Oh, no, I was just asking, what was that puzzle game that you were talking about the other day, Miss Rhett? The one that I was gonna try out. Also, yeah, for those that don't already know, we're multi-streaming, of course, to Twitch and YouTube. I guess we can get to the 200 enemies. We're close enough after that. It's not even anything new. The NPCs in the hub are straight up just reused enemy assets. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. I'm not bothered by that. And even the mountain alley and stuff are kind of cool. It's just they're not worth it. Like the main problem with almost everything related to Trove is it's like the sunken cost value, right? Like it's just not worth the time investment and the cost towards resources for a singular item that doesn't give any more mastery than anything else. And it's just like, okay, I don't know. Yeah, this Shadow Hunter costume is a mod. Needs to be in game, if I'm being perfectly honest, but there are some visual issues with it, namely the hat. Why would me? Oh, you're gonna give me Flux gang shorts? Nice. I don't need it though. Actually, you know what? I should see what the souls cost now. Maybe they got cheaper. Probably not. Radiant, right? There's also the Ashen Souls as well, but ooh. $16K each. That's not worth it. Because that's 16,000 times 250, 4 mil. And that's just for the Radiant ones, not even the Ashen ones. Nope. No, thank you. Hey, Zeus. Yeah, it's been a while, man. How you been? Did you end up getting all of those stupid shop allies or whatever from the dungeons? I don't think, because you guys remember how certain biomes, if you complete a dungeon, there's a random chance of a shop NPC showing up that sells you like unique allies. I don't think I've seen a single one of those NPCs. Yeah, it would be 4 million Flux, and that's just based off of the Radiant Souls, not the Ashen Souls, and not any of the other resources, which are equally expensive. Like the Ashen Mushrooms and stuff. Aha. Kato, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's the game. Seven days too late of having 3 years follow time. Oh, nice. Followage? Yeah, I noticed, don't ask me. I don't know anything about Twitch, but I noticed that when I started the stream on Twitch today, it was like oh, we've made it easier than ever for people to make clips and put them on YouTube or something. I really have no idea what it was trying to explain. Okay, cool. You know what? I don't care about this dungeon. Oh, hello. Later, Mimo. Love how I respond and I didn't get all my flashback, by the way. Like, you have one job, video game. The clip UI got revamped, that's why. Oh, okay. Found one of those NPCs at Treasure Isle last year, but I didn't understand those NPCs were, so I thought it'd appear again some other time. Yeah. I mean, I might have seen, or sorry, I should have said, I might have had one spawn, but I never noticed it and probably just left. But that just goes to show like how ridiculous that is. Like that's literally something that just is for mastery farmers. Nobody else should care. Oh my god, guys. The dungeon is almost done. Huh? Oh, there we go. I don't even know why these dungeons still have a time limit. Like, this isn't... this isn't Geode Surface. It's not the same. Like, unless the dungeon, like, fails afterwards, but I don't know. Please stop with the knockback. Hit detection's already so bogus. Please. Completed, huh? Oh, does it not give me the chest? Is that why? These enemies are counting, though. Wonder if I could just do the cursed skull thing and just leave, come back, leave, come back. Where did my seekers even go? Like, what? Did you get a video of the merchant? No, I never found one of those merchants, is what I'm saying. Thank you, Trends. Yeah, I noticed for some reason Twitch is saying partner anniversary. I don't know. Okay. Sweet, bro. Oh, that's you, Banks. Okay. Use Twitch more often than YouTube, so I thought I might follow you on Twitch. Yes. Thank you. Stop with the knockback. Thank you. Thanks, bro. Oh my god. What is even happening? Oh my god, dude. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't give you the chest if you don't complete it in time. That's just mean, but all right. Yeah, it's all good, gang shorts. I'm glad to help, man. Let's see if we can find... Well, you know what? There's one over there. That'll finish it up. The Risen Depths? That's what that starting biome is called? Okay. Kind of weird. Frostpunk 2 just dropped. Yeah, I keep seeing that I don't really know much about that game. What is it? I've heard good things about it. I don't know if it's my type of thing, because I think it's a different type of genre that I like. Oh, okay. It's a Anno. Yeah, like a city builder type thing. Yeah, right now, like I mentioned earlier, Plucky Squire came out, so I'll probably start grinding away at that one. I don't think it's going to be a game that justifies a full playthrough, per se. But I can do like a one-off video at least. If not, just beat it in my off time. And then otherwise, like I keep saying, Zelda comes out soon. I think it's next week already. So I gotta buy it. Okay, hello stupid, thank you. Collect depth harvest. Nah, I'll do that next time. When's Path of Exile 2 coming out again? Early access should be in November, I think. November is gonna be stacked, bro. Dangerous. Let me double check my list here. All right. Oh yeah, the Dead Rising remaster already came out too. The hell? Nobody's talking about that. October, we got Silent Hill 2, Dragon Ball Sparking, Streets of Rogue 2 if it doesn't get delayed, No More Room in Hell, that Mario Party game, we'll see. November, we got Splitterhead, Assassin's Creed Path of Exile 2, Stalker 2. December's got Marvel Rivals, which is that free-to-play Overwatch clone. The Aliens VR game, Metal Bringer and Mandragora, if that doesn't get delayed, which it probably will. Those are the big boy games on my that I'm keeping an eye on. State of Decay 3, I think, is next year. You know what? I don't need that stinking banner. Oh, it just gives it back to me. That's weird. Does that mean I can do this as well? What about the Zelda game with Zelda? No, that's what I'm saying, multi. Yeah, that one's coming on like a week. I'm definitely gonna play that one. But yeah, for November especially, like Path of Exile and Assassin's Creed, I think those are both gonna keep me pretty busy. Whoops, I wasn't even using my tome. Dang it. You know what? Let me complete my star bar as well really quick here. While we're just chilling. You have a video on how to increase flask capacity. I'm honestly pretty sure that's just out of mastery. Hey, Vij. Did you do a mount competition for Trove? Then I would win, because I have Yabaki. Where are my bombs? Ugh. One difficulty down, by the way, and it's like a cakewalk. What is it with difficulty in video games, man? Like, there needs to be like an in-between. We got... No, we don't got a star bar. Oh, right, I ended up mixing Luxian last visit, too. That's right. I know, Val, that's what I was thinking, too. Space Marine difficulty. Where's the in-between? Which, by the way, I'll be hopping on Space Marine soon. I just want to get my star bar. So if you guys want to tune into that, I'll be streaming that right after this. I know most people are probably already done with that game because, you know, it's been out for, oh man, a week already. The joke being, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but man, the internet moves fast with games. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys saw, I was so happy to hear Nintendo is finally suing Pal World. Yeah, go get him, boys. I hope they win the lawsuit, genuinely. But it is Nintendo, so yeah, and then I like how the Pal World devs are like, I don't even know why they're suing us. It's like, really? Yeah, say what you will about Pal World being a great game or not. If Pal World's a great game, Ark's a great game. Oh wait, it is a great game. Pal World is literally an Ark clone, but they swapped all the dinosaurs out for Pokemon. Like, I don't know. I kind of personally, like, I know I'm a little bit on the more aggressive side towards Pal World. I got beef with them because of the fact that those devs, like, in my opinion, they don't deserve the amount of success that they achieved. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but kind of the same as Wukong. Funny thing too is, like, everyone I know is like everyone's talking about Wukong, but nobody actually like plays it. Like, it's so weird. That game, at least, you know, I get it. It's a China Souls-like. Of course it's gonna be popular. But in my opinion, when it comes to like other Souls-like games, like I remember when Lies of P came out and everyone's asking me like, are you gonna play it? Are you gonna play it? And it's like, I tried it, but the thing is, like, for me, it's like, why would I play this when I could just play Elden Ring? Elden Ring's the best Souls-like in my opinion. So that's kind of, I know it's a weird mentality to have, but for me, it's like, I would just rather play a FromSoft Souls game, you know? That's literally the part I wish they changed, was they basically copy pasted a bunch of Pokemon and changed it very slightly and got millions or even billions from it. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, that's my issue with Pal World. Nothing against like the game itself, because it's Ark. It's like a great formula. But I think that a lot of people like give too much credit to it. Like, just because you enjoy the game doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't problems with it. And I'm not talking about like the game itself. I'm talking about the fact that it's popularized because it's Ark's gameplay loop, which has always been good, but then it takes advantage of literal Pokemon. You know what I mean? Oh, I got my star bar. Thank God. I don't know. Elden Ring is so effed. I saw someone complete the game with their brain. Oh, yeah, I saw that little clip too. Just goes to show it's such a good game, man. I've beaten it once now, and Wukong is definitely my game of the year. Oh man, you must have only played like 2 games. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, with Wukong, like, I get it. It's not my thing. I think the Elden Ring DLC, in my opinion, is like the best Souls-like content this year. But otherwise, I've been working on my game of the year list, and there's quite a few surprises in there for me. Space Marine, that was one I really didn't expect to make it onto my list, but it definitely will. I don't know how high yet, because I'm still kind of working on it. But with Wukong, I don't know, it didn't click with me. Fancy graphics is... I don't care about fancy graphics, man. Style, artistic direction. And in my opinion, Wukong doesn't really have that. Like, there's some of the mythological creatures are really cool and how they're represented. But otherwise, for the most part, it's just fancy Unreal Engine 5 game. You know, that was it. Wait, with Wild? You mean Monster Hunter Wild? Oh, I saw, don't worry, I saw that Skibidi platformer game. What was it that we had Chained Together, which popped off and disappeared? And then there was that Skibidi game, which was the same thing, but you weren't chained together. So it was like, why would I play this? I don't know. There's so much. It's not even YouTube poop. It's like Steam game poop. You know? Oh, sorry, trends. Yeah, you're saying like Wild in terms of. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I see Wild and I just think, oh, Monster Hunter. Elden Ring and completed it with my brain made me want to buy the game. Dude, legit. Elden Ring is one of my favorite games. And in my opinion, like a lot of people say it's the easiest Souls-like. It's not. It's the most accessible Souls-like because there are so many different builds and so many of them are viable. Like, take it from, like, for me, I've played tons of Souls-likes. And for me, Elden Ring is just Dark Souls 3, but open world. But then if you're scared of the idea of, oh, I've never played a Souls-like before, it's a hard game, I'm intimidated. My buddy, it was his first Souls-like, and he loves it. It's one of his favorite games too. Like, everybody I know who I've convinced to get into Elden Ring loves it. Absolutely loves it. Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring in terms of which is more harder? Dark Souls 3 when you get to the Nameless King. Dark Souls 3 is harder because, again, you gotta understand with Elden Ring, it's not linear. So if you end up coming to a bottleneck, you can just wander around. You can find other weapons. You can do other dungeons and grind yourself and get stronger. Not to mention, if you're on PC, Elden Ring's got the seamless co-op mod, which I think is more stable now. It got pretty broken when the DLC hit, but even in terms of the DLC, like I think people don't give Elden Ring enough credit because the DLC added a bunch of toys, like all the new weapons and stuff. My only like main complaint with Elden Ring after over 300 hours playtime, I think I'm at 400 now after the DLC. For me, it's the fact that there's like a lot of core mechanics that I wish were better designed for fun. Like, why can't I refight bosses? Stuff like that. Because otherwise, the only way that you can replay through the game, which I've replayed through it tons of times by this point, is you have to go into New Game Plus, which is cool, but I don't necessarily want to fight every single enemy, you know? Like every single boss. There's mods that fix a lot of that, but there's, you know, this is also coming from someone with hundreds of hours in the game. And now I'm complaining about these things. But anyways. Anyway, again, Flux farm with low magic find. Yeah, I got Flux tutorials that are older now, but they still work. Elden Ring is killed for me. I watched too much tutorials. Oh, well, there's your mistake. Honestly, I went into Elden Ring blind. I don't think I've ever watched like a tutorial or like other people's build videos and stuff. I just experiment myself and find things that work for me. And it's made it so much funner. But that's also a huge thing I would advocate with pretty much any game. I know Elden Ring at this point is like everyone's covered it, so. You want to try massive modded games with games other than Minecraft and Terraria. Recently finished 100 mod pack with Terraria. Jeez. Yeah, lots of my buddies that love Terraria have played it modded. I don't know why. Like, I'm really picky when it comes to mods. I like the vanilla experience as close as possible. But Elden Ring definitely has like a lot of different mods. Like randomizers would probably be pretty fun. But for me, like seamless co-op is most of all just makes the co-op actually functional and good versus the vanilla co-op, which kind of sucks. I mean, the base game is dope as hell anyways, but co-op's where it's at. Anyways, I'm going to set up for some Space Marine, you guys are welcome to join in on that. If you want, I'll probably do a multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, just because, hey, why not? So don't go anywhere. That's okay if you do. No, it's not. I'm kidding. Anyways, as far as Trove is concerned, that's going to do it for the stream. Thanks for coming out, guys.